Welcome to the Sportsball podcast, our second inaugural episode. All right, so welcome. I am Alan Mark, your host for the day. Alongside me here, I'm going to introduce them all. Here's Mark.
Yo, what's up?
All right.
I don't know what else you want me to say, man. You just said my name.
Exactly. I expected more from you, but it's all right.
He just said he just called you an utter disappointment, a failure.
Yeah.
Bad start already.
Yeah, and he was just like, okay, what do you expect me to do? You said my name. Here's Mark. Okay, yeah. All right.
All right, to my other side is Tyrone.
Hi, everyone.
All right. Mine's much more worse than that.
Yeah, that was worse. And right across from me directly is Chuck.
Hey, how's it going, guys? I love all of you, even though you've never heard us. This is probably going to be
the
second
fuck
time.
up. Okay.
This is what you're supposed to do in the beginning of a podcast. Don't you listen to podcasts?
I was thrown off when he said the second inaugural podcast. That's not what it...
Technically, it is.
It is. It is.
This
We
is
have episodes.
1.5.
This is
Yeah.
1.5.
Part 2 of
1.5.
1.5.
I thought this was 2.
I'm considering this one. The first one was the trial run,
We're
which I'm
releasing both
considering
on the same
episode
day.
0.
We really should run through the production.
The production meeting that we run like 5 minutes before we record.
Or even halfway through the week when you send us the
Hey, send it to you. I sent
yeah,
it
you
online
actually sent it
this
early,
time.
but we had lives, so
Yeah.
we didn't.
I told you when I was going to send it.
We still
yes,
got though, so we
yes.
appreciate it, man.
I am back, or I'm functioning more rather. I'm not drunk this time, or maybe a little bit. I might get a drink later. And
Actually, it
Of
sounds
course.
really good.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
I'll
sounds
pour us
pretty awesome.
some drink.
Yeah.
I have some Glenn Levitt over there.
Oh, it's
Oh,
right
sweet.
there.
Gifted
Yeah.
to me by Tyrone, so I may pour a little bit of that
Mm.
thing. But yeah, I'm good.
Cool. Thank you.
How about you, Mark? How are you? It's been two. I mean, we recorded 2 weeks ago. So what's happened in those 2 weeks?
Well, work has happened, and obviously everybody had something to do on Valentine's Day. All I did was sit at home.
Did you watch like Bridget Jones' Diary or something like
No,
that?
I actually watched like 4 hours of Big Bang Theory.
That seems appropriate.
yeah.
Bazinga.
But dinga. I really, but
You're right. I probably shouldn't have thrown it to you.
no, but
This is awkward.
it is, look, I'm an awkward human being. I don't know what else you want me to do. Like, you need to give me a legit. You can't just throw something like, here, Mark, play with this. No, what do you want me to do with it?
Whatever you want.
All right,
You're
well,
doing exactly what I thought you would.
the panic.
Yeah, drop it completely.
All right, but something actually really interesting happened to me
Yeah.
yesterday and today
Do
as a
tell.
follow up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, so what happened yesterday? After everybody had their, little Valentine's Day dinner, and it was the next day. Next day after Valentine's Day, I was like, all right, now I can leave my house and not feel like alone. Why does everybody make that face? Like it was just like
I'm glad there's no video here.
Soon will be a
all right,
live recording.
Oh God! All right. Well, in any case, like I decided to take a walk around San Francisco because I've never really actually done that. I've been living in San Francisco for reference. I've been living in San Francisco for about 5-6 months now, and I haven't really gone out and walked around. But today, for some reason, I just felt like, hey, I'll just take a bus to anywhere and I'll go walk around. So after about 30 minutes of walking in and taking the bus here and there, I stumble upon a farmer's market.
Okay.
Completely organic. Like what the stuff they were selling was actually pretty legit. I had to go to the ATM when I walked by. I'm like, oh, I want to buy some of that stuff. So got to the point where I had just bought ravioli and like cheese and stuff like that.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Good choice.
Yeah, thanks. And then there was an apple stand, and
Mm-hmm.
No, keep going.
Okay.
Sorry.
well, there was an apple stand, and as I was walking by, I saw this girl like look up. She was eating like her like salad, whatever it was, but she was looking up. I think our eyes met, and I was just like, huh. Okay.
Oh.
And I just kept walking, and I looked at her again, and our eyes met again. I'm like, oh, that's not an accident.
Oh.
And then I just kept walking because I'm a pussy. So I walked right past her, of course, her stall, and then I don't know what possessed me during the next probably like 2 minutes, but I was about ready to leave, and I convinced myself that I needed the apples that she was selling. So,
Them apples, huh?
Yeah,
Damn
apples.
apples, though.
all right, you know
How do you
what?
like them?
How do I like them apples? They were pretty good, actually.
Nice.
All right.
It's actually so you got apples
Yeah. Oh, wait.
along with.
So here's the thing. I didn't realize apples were so complicated. Like apples, like they have many different functions. Like each apple it has a different taste. Like the Red Delicious ones,
Mhm.
they're generally mealy. The Granny Smiths, those are the ones you used for making pies.
Yeah.
Other apples are much more juicy and much more tart and less bitter.
This is what you guys talked about?
Yeah, that's what
Oh.
we were talking about. And then it got to the point where it was time for her to like take apart her stall. And I don't know why I was still there, but it ended up with me helping her take down her stall and like put away her stuff.
Yo.
And we were still talking, and it turns out that we actually had a lot in common. See here. She has the same taste in music, really similar taste in comedy and like and sense of humor, same sense of humor as I have, because I can tell because she was laughing at a lot of stupid jokes that I was saying, so I got that.
Mm-hmm.
And then after we had set down everything, I was being very awkward, like, well, I'm gonna leave now.
Of course.
And then she invited me to like, oh, you want to walk me to my car? And so I started walking. And then she was like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna go. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna go. And then I'm like, shit, no, don't run away. All right, can I have your number? And she said, yeah.
Nice.
Cheer.
Woo.
Nice. Nice.
And
Proud
then,
of you.
yeah, and then I saw her again today because I had the day off and she didn't.
Very
And
nice.
so I took her out to lunch.
Post Valentine's meet.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Everyone knows February 16th is the most romantic day of the year.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it gross how on February 14th, like, if you go outside, it's just National It's Okay to Do PDA Day? I was like walking around with my girlfriend, and like we were just like grossed out. Like we were holding hands, and then we saw everyone, and we were just like, ugh, I hate this day so much. We're like the anti cutesy whatever couple.
Oh, yeah.
I guess, I don't know.
Fuck you. You're the one with a girlfriend.
So
You're the one with a fiance, and you're the one with a girlfriend. I think if anybody
is
has
the
a right
four
to complain,
stages.
it's to me.
This is the 4
It
stages.
really
Yeah, it
is.
We're gonna start a separate relationship podcast.
Oh God.
We're the 4 stages of new, happened a bit, happened for a really long time, and nothing. Or sorta, like starting.
You want me to reach across this table and choke you out?
Your arms are long enough.
Yeah, they are. I got Dulcim arms. I could reach. I could slap you from here. Actually, I could probably scratch my knees without bending down.
Speaking of stages of relationship, Tyrone, how was your past 2 weeks?
Well, let me put it this way, gentlemen. This is my Valentine's Day. I've been engaged for about a year. Been with my fiance for about 9 years.
It's been a year.
Yeah, it's been about a year.
And you've been together for 9 years. Wow.
My Valentine's Day was spent going to a linen company and learning about the plate underneath an actual plate called a charger, and a charger plate, which is
Is
the
that
plate
batteries?
below the plate to make it look
Does
nice.
it keep
Oh,
the
plate
the
below
plate
the plate.
powered up?
Is this
to-
what makes everything you eat that much more like tangy, electrifying?
You tell
Tangy.
me. You tell me.
I don't know what a charger plate is, dude. The way you explained it just doesn't make any much more sense to me.
So the plate underneath the plate.
Yes, there's a name for that. It's called a charger.
A plate underneath the plate.
It's
keeps
you're
your
not
food
supposed
warm.
to use the plate.
Yeah, it keeps your
Or
food warm.
can you?
Is that?
Yo,
Okay.
dog, I heard you like plates.
So put a plate under your plate.
So you can plate while you play.
And then,
So
Wait.
do
You
you-
did shopping for this, or
Yes.
this really exists?
wait, you
This
said
really-
I thought
linen.
Oh,
linens,
God.
yes, and we talked about the charger.
Is it like a
plates.
linens and things?
Is it is it a
Yeah.
cloth or is it an actual plate?
Yeah, I
Well-
was thinking a cloth.
Yeah, okay, we got one of those too, and we talked about the types of candles that we would put on our table for our sweetheart table at the wedding.
Are you
Oh,
going
God.
with the long stick candles
who's
or
What's
little, like,
table?
A
little
sweetheart table, which I will educate you.
Oh my
Mark.
God, wedding things. Wedding things.
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
all right?
Fuck, I'm sorry, guys.
It's just where she and I just sit by ourselves in front of everyone. Okay, there you go. There you go. Short and sweet.
So you mean the bride and groom table you got out of some kind of
It's called a sweetheart table.
Well, congratulations, Tyrone, on almost being married.
Thank
It
you.
sounds fun.
sounds
Thank you.
old.
When are you getting married?
April 24th.
Ooh, soon.
Very
Not to
soon.
put any pressure on you, but it's happening in
Yeah.
2-ish months.
Yeah, man.
Can I
Few
just
months.
say, on Valentine's Day, the dedication that you guys had with this podcast by actually watching sports and texting each other instead of paying attention to your significant others was
Hell, man, it was
very
easy for
thrilling.
me, dude.
Well, it was easy for me because on Friday I got 2 wisdom teeth taken out, so I was
Oh,
home
okay.
all weekend. So that was fun.
And it was easy for me because my girlfriend and I watched it together. So booyaka shot in your face.
And it
Boom
was easy
goes
for
the
me
dynamite.
because I was eating ice cream by myself all day.
Same thing. Girlfriend ice cream, the same thing.
We all are great at Valentine's Day.
My girlfriend was actually on eBay looking for a Toon Squad jersey.
Nice.
Like immediately
Dude,
afterwards.
Those really exist?
Not like official, but like really
Totally.
nice quality,
Made
like
ones.
home, like fan made ones. I want to buy. I want to buy that.
All right. So it sounds like everyone had a great Valentine's Day
Yeah.
weekend. Decent, not bad.
Yeah. First half wasn't that great. Second half, a
Yeah.
lot better.
You know who might not have had a fun Valentine's weekend?
Seattle.
The Seattle Seahawks. Because
Ta-da!
2 weeks ago they lost something called the Super Bowl.
You mean the superb owl?
Yeah.
Superb owl. So, I mean, I know it was 2 weeks ago, so it's a little old news, but I just want to see if anyone had any like strangling. Not
I
strangling,
honestly
but
thought
strange
it
thoughts.
was a fantastic game. I had a lot of fun watching that superb owl. Like it was back and forth. Like that prop bet where we didn't think the Seahawks were going to score in the first half, and then all of a sudden they scored 2 touchdowns in like what felt like just 2 minutes.
Especially the second one, which is like the last
Yeah.
like seconds of the half. Oh.
Come on, give me a break. But
So
thank you.
So
I won
we
the
were
prop
good
bet.
on them scoring more points than Jeremy Lin,
Yeah,
who scored a total of 4.
Yeah, that's
4
right.
points.
How does that happen?
It's against the Knicks.
Told
That's
you.
why.
No, that just means
Langston Galloway, Shane Larkin.
again.
I will
still
never
surprised
forget
you know
those names now.
I know. Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Oh wait.
Anyone else want to talk about the prop bets they made during for the Super Bowl?
I
yeah.
kind of have a list. I didn't get all of it, but we can start with Adeem Zendel's national anthem.
Oh yeah.
So we said the line was 2 minutes and 1 second.
Yeah.
okay,
Mark and Tyrone said the over.
yes,
Chuck, you said the under.
right.
And I wanted so hard for it to be right even at 2:01.
What was the official time?
2:05.
Oh god, so you guys just lucked out.
I know.
She just
See that
held
we-
that note 1 second too long.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna be like a pro, like she's a pro and like knows like how exactly she likes to sing it. Extended a few notes a little too long for my liking, but you know it's cool.
I didn't actually listen to it.
I know we were all out.
I just
during
We
that.
were all out. We were solving puzzles.
Yeah. And reviving Erin.
Yeah. Eren.
Um,
Attack on Titan.
so Tyrone, was this your prop bet? Was this the one you wanted? Like you had like a condition, or like if you won, you would get something, or is it something else?
I think Tyrone's was something else.
Okay.
Something else.
Okay. Cool.
Tyrone's was the what song would Katy Perry sing last?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Nailed it.
Oh yes. Let's talk about that later. There's something way better than the last song.
Hey man, birthday.
Happy birthday. It sounds so much better when I say it now.
All right.
Roger Goodell.
So do we want to talk about Mark's disappointment then?
All right, can I?
No, wait. Let's before we do that. Let's
You got the.
let's
prop
just
bets?
talk. Let's talk about our Billy Belichick.
Oh, yeah.
Bets because we had 2
We were
bets.
all disappointed.
I think
for the most part.
We were like, Arizona, it's hot. So
We
the
thought
sleeves
cut off
cut.
sleeves. It seems so obvious,
Yeah.
a little too obvious,
Yeah.
because Bill hates everyone.
It's like,
He
it's
knew-
hot?
He knew.
Let me
we were
wear
doing
his
this. Even though we haven't put it up yet, he just knew.
I'm pretty sure that was the first time I ever saw him wear a blue sweater.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Nobody called blue.
Wait, no, I thought
No, you called seafoam green. I wrote it down specifically.
I did.
I wrote it down specifically. So I would remember this. But yeah.
You know what? I'm
Mark-
totally glad I said that, man.
Mark, you said seafoam green. Alan, Mark, and Tyrone, you guys said gray.
It seems
And I
smart.
said red.
It sounds
But
like
blue, of course.
Of course you went with blue.
of course.
Billy
and
Blue
with
check.
sleeves.
And with sleeves.
Sleeves.
Full sleeves. I can't. I'm so mad.
How ridiculous would it have been if he came with a sleeveless seafoam green sweater?
Would have just turned off
Or-
the TV because there's no point of watching.
No matter the outcome, you won. You won, Bill. So, I don't know. What was our conditions? What was your bet,
I don't
Mark?
For which one? Mine?
Yeah, did you have one like if you won, this would happen?
I don't remember.
Because I know mine was if I won.
Oh yeah, we get to call you by the name of your choosing.
Yeah, but I
Entire
couldn't think of
podcast.
that. But I'll say that for the
Save it
next
for
episode.
another one. Yeah.
All right.
I think
He's
mine
gonna
was.
throw that out like probably next.
Yeah.
next episode.
I don't remember what my condition was. I don't think it was a big deal.
Okay, Tyrone, do you know what? I mean, I,
I
can
think
re-listen
mine
to
was
it,
for
but-
the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't remember
okay.
doing it for the Super Bowl.
Okay, and let's go to Mark's parlay bet
Damn it.
that triumphantly crashed into the ground
Oh my god.
with the last play, which we'll
Okay.
talk about later.
All right.
So,
So
what was your bet again?
all right. So my original bet was that Richard Sherman would reference his newborn child in his post-game interview. So there were three conditions to that actually happening. One, that his child would be born before or during the Super Bowl and he'd catch wind of it. Two, the Seahawks would win. And three, he would be the one interviewed. And none of those happened. So I lost.
But at least we got one of the greatest gifts in all
Yes.
of sports. The emotions in that 2-second shot of him watching that
Oh
play.
yeah, where you could see the
From
moment where his heart
anticipation
where his heart
to
breaks.
excitement.
So, someone I follow on Twitter, Network, he writes about basketball on Grantland. He made a Vine where he combined that face with the red wedding, and it was perfect.
Oh, I'll have
Oh,
to check
yeah.
that out.
I'll show it to you.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Seems appropriate.
yeah. But yes, because that happened,
And the payoff.
I get to slap Mark.
If nobody can see this right now, but he is like wiping his hands like he had put
I'm-
on hand sanitizer.
I'm doing
Oh,
the
yeah.
Birdman hand
Yeah.
rub.
Birdman.
God, man.
But yes,
God-
that will happen.
God,
at a-
man, God,
not
man.
now. We don't
Is
want
this
to do it
happening
now.
We can do it now, dude.
No, we don't have to do it now.
Save it. All the rewards will be for the next episode,
Yeah.
and you should do it
And then-
sometime during the recording.
All right,
Yes.
first of all, you have to
And
let me
randomly.
know. You can't just slap me.
No,
out
no,
of
no.
nowhere.
That would
I'm
be
gonna punch you.
And
Why
and
not?
we have to visually record it too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Don't touch me.
You gotta
Just, like,
work on the
caresses-
form.
You and your
Caresses-
creepy like little like
caresses
salad
cheek.
finger hands.
Asshole.
I want you to look him in the eye right before you do it too. Just
Yeah.
share the tender moment.
This magic moment.
Could you not play? Wait, actually, do play that. That's pretty hard.
All right.
Play that.
All right,
make a note of that.
we're gonna make this the greatest event of all time.
You're gonna put powder on your hands too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna get like a phantom cam just for this, or like
I really want to see like one half of my face move while the other stays still right as impact happens.
your face is just like some weird like
Yeah.
like droopy and everything.
Like droopy dog.
You see
Yeah.
like the skin just like ripple on your face.
Oh yeah, we're gonna put the GoPro right next to you. I got you. Don't
All
worry.
right, thanks.
Hella super. Like
I'm glad
Phantom
we're all
Cam
collaborating
slow-mo.
for this.
I'm gonna have at least 5 angles.
I was thinking to myself right when I lost this bet that Alan Mark is gonna hit me as hard as he can. And I was like, at least it's not Chuck or Tyrone because they can hit hard.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty not strong.
I've never hit you
You're
before.
just-
I don't know
you
what you're
have.
talking about.
You're just
Yeah,
bones,
you've
right?
hit me before. You've hit me when we were playing our little like rock paper scissors
Oh
game.
I will neither confirm or deny that accusation.
All right.
That's a game. That's a game for another
So
day.
it's settled. Yeah. And I think my prop bet was just if any jokes about Senna making outfits for Katy Perry.
Oh, that's right.
And you were the
It was
only one
trending.
that I saw.
Yeah. Well, we
It's
saw.
trending, right?
I looked during the halftime show. Sinnoh, the word like Sinnoh was trending on Twitter. So I
Oh,
was
there
like,
you go. You got
Did
it,
it.
man.
I think it
You
was
did
more Blades of Glory
no, I saw.
that I saw.
I went straight to like the trending area of it. So I was like, all right, cool. I did
Can
it.
we reference the fact that when she was on top of the tiger, that
Top
it,
of what?
Katy Perry,
The
when she
gold
was on-
tiger?
yeah, top of the gold tiger, it threw me back to like old school Power Rangers.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah,
when they got that like the second generation Zord, like Zords, where it's like the lion, like all those mythical creatures.
Oh, the one after the movie.
Yeah.
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 And then they like stand on top and then like jump inside the cockpits. Yeah. I love Power Rangers.
Yeah, those Power Rangers. What else would it be? We
Yeah,
were just
exactly.
talking about Power Rangers.
I know. I just I love them. I love the Power
Dickbag.
Rangers.
All
All right,
right.
chill out.
Let's get to the matter at hand.
The actual
last
game?
play. Let's just talk about the last play because nobody cares about
Right.
anything else that happened except for that last moment.
I think there's this one thing I just want to say about that. Like, I would have, being an Niners fan, I would have hated the Seahawks to win. But if they did, I would feel less angry about it if Marshawn Lynch won MVP. And I feel like
Yeah.
if they ran it on that play and he got the touchdown, he would have been MVP. And I was like, okay, I'm not as mad.
What was that? Was that second quarter?
I'm sorry.
Or not second quarter?
No, I
sorry.
like the last play.
It was
like,
the
if they ran
almost
it,
the last.
if they ran it with Lynch in the
Right,
last play, then like I wouldn't have been as mad.
But that was a second down. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, second down.
I mean, they were gonna. I mean, if they got to a third down, Marshawn definitely would have
Yeah.
ran
he would
that.
have ran it.
That was just.
Here's the thing. It's not a play that you expect an undrafted rookie to make.
Lockett.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That
Well, no, not Ricardo Lockett. The one who actually jumped in.
Butler.
A lot of
yeah.
people are not are saying that was a dumb call. You have to realize that DB read that
He knew.
perfectly.
Yeah,
That was
coming.
the thing is like he looked open, and, like from certain angles, like
Yeah.
Lockett looked open, but then Butler just kind of just like
Butler knew.
shot out of
He
there.
knew exactly the play.
He
Like he
jumped the
knew
route.
that the slant was going to
Yeah.
happen, and he like you when you see the replay from behind the Patriots, like there was no hesitation.
Yeah.
He just shot.
Yeah.
He lucked out so hard.
He knew what he was going to do, and he jumped the route. And for him, that was an automatic throw from Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Because it's such a fast play that it
Exactly.
can't, yeah.
And it's football 101, the quick slant
Yeah.
inside. You know, you throw that 10 times out of 10, that'll be a touchdown, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
the one time.
Yeah.
yeah.
The,
9.5 times out
Where-
of 10. I can
where
do math.
This rookie
The
defensive back jumps in, catches the ball, and it's over.
0.5 of the time Butler
Yes.
happens.
I think the biggest travesty was that Lockett pulled Vernon Davis. You know, like Vernon can't catch a ball unless he's jumping and his torso
And he
is
like
like
uses
side.
his chest a little
yeah,
bit.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what Lockett was doing, and that's why he didn't have any moment. Like he was knocked out, and
Oh yeah, he
Butler
got,
got
flat
it.
out level
He got
yeah,
it,
yeah.
He
by
didn't
some
plant his
guy who
feet.
was like 4 inches shorter than he was.
He was going for the glory. Like his mindset wasn't catch the ball. It was I'm going to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we all agree it wasn't a terrible call.
Well,
There was no call. There was no call. Or I mean, from
Or, like-
Jesus.
Or just like saying like what do you think of the play call?
like personally, I would have done the run just because
I thought that pass was way too far in. Also, like if you look at the replay from now the Seahawks' point of view, it was too far to the left. Like Lockett had to like kind of extend his hands to the right in order to catch
The
that
pass
ball.
was a little ahead.
Yeah, it was a little ahead, and so if it was a little bit further back, I think Lockett would have been able to get hit by Butler and make the catch at the same time.
or probably it'll just be incomplete.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But like,
I guess
Yeah, it
another
was-
thing is that because you're throwing it into the middle of the defense, you have that much more risk in that kind of play. If you were going to throw it, I guess the anticipation would be that you would do a fade route to the outside corner.
yeah,
I mean, we've heard the logic from the Seahawks. They've explained it explicitly that the Patriots were putting 8 guys in the box.
Yeah.
A run would probably not have worked there.
Yeah.
So they wanted to, pass on
I don't
second
think
down.
they
take the
remember
other-
they have Marshawn Lynch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I think you were being
They
too
were-
smart for
they
your
were
own
going-
good there.
yeah.
For sure. Too
Thinking a
cute.
little too much.
They overthought it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, on the other side, though, I'm sort of no one really talks about this, but why wasn't Belichick calling a timeout? Like that surprised me.
I think
so
because
much.
do you remember what happened in the past Super Bowl
Where he let them score.
Where he let them score, yeah, and it didn't work out for him. So he said, "You know what? Fuck it, you're not getting in." So I guess that's how he saw it.
I mean, if you think about it, he was maybe thinking, I want Seattle to make a stupid play call like this and surprise them by not calling a timeout, so they have to go off their gut. But that's almost way too smart.
But here was the thing, though. Like, unlike the past time, where a field goal wouldn't have tied it up or put them ahead, like against the Giants, in this case, a field goal would have done nothing. Am I correct in that assumption?
I don't even remember the score.
Oh yeah. I think the Patriots are up 4.
Yeah. So a field goal would have done nothing. So they had to score.
Yeah, there needed to be a touchdown.
At least with the Giants, if they ran it in, if they kicked it in, they'd be ahead. So technically, they can run out the clock and then kick it at the last second. So that's why he let them score. So I'm guessing that was the theory, is that you guys can't get ahead until you scored a touchdown. So I'm thinking that was his logic, and decided not to call a timeout and let them score.
All right. Good talk.
Are we happy that the Patriots won, or we're just kind of explaining it happened?
I think
are we Niners fans first, or
I'm more or less indifferent.
Yeah, I did not care at all whatsoever who won.
I haven't been this happy about the outcome of the Super Bowl in 20 years. Since Super Bowl 29.
I really liked the entire game. Like the fact that who caught the miracle 4-touch pass or I forgot.
Oh, it was Curse.
Oh, Curse.
Curse,
Yeah,
right,
Curse.
right.
Yeah, and then that just got ultimately spoiled.
Yeah. It always it seems like once the cards are on the table, or sorry, once it's getting towards the end of the game, you just let everything loose, and it always some miracle Hail Mary pass always dominates that last 2 minutes, and then it just, I don't know. This is the most excited I've ever been with a close game. I
mean, as a Niners fan, it was really it was either our rivals versus the villains of the NFL.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But from from a competition standpoint, entertainment standpoint, it was a great game.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
it was a really good game.
Looking at it just as the game itself, without any context of fanship or anything like that. It's that was a great Super Bowl.
That was a good game.
From the get-go, we were just saying, there's no way the Patriots are going to be able to battle with the Seahawks, and like we saw, it was. No, we were wrong. It was fantastic. Or maybe the Seahawks shit the bed. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, in any case, I think the Patriots actually had a great game plan in that they attacked the corners. Because Seattle, they run a shell defense, and it's where you have most of your defense located within a semi-half circle, and then you the outsides are the ones where you basically force the throws, and those are difficult throws.
Yeah.
But unless you have with most cases, most quarterbacks can't do that. But because you have a quarterback like Tom Brady who can hit outside the numbers like that, and then virtually open up that defense for the Gronks and the Edelmans to go in the slots and attack their defense. They did a pretty good job.
Yeah. Huh?
All right.
Cool. I'm good with that.
Yeah. So pretty much good Super Bowl talk here.
This is the last time we're going to talk about football for 5 months. 6.
Pretty sure I'm going to complain about the Niners every single day.
Yeah, free agency's coming up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And you're living in the Bay Area, it's going to be rough.
What a terrible next year we're in.
The Niners, the fans are just going to be in for a wild ride.
I want to see empty stadiums.
Don't.
Oh,
we just got that
we
stadium.
already have empty stadiums.
All right, we could save all of this bad taste in our mouth for another
during the slow
It's not just a bad taste in our mouth; it's a horrid taste.
Oh yeah, it's rancid.
It's
like there's a party in our mouth, but everybody at that party is vomiting. Disgusting.
It's like you vomiting and then drinking your vomit back up and then vomiting that, tasting the second vomit.
That's the second vomit.
Yeah,
because no, it's not just that you burped it and then you can just taste it.
Oh man,
and it goes through your nose.
Yeah.
All right, but let's save that for another time.
I like how we double teamed on that one, Chuck.
Yeah, let's switch gears to something a little bit happier, because this past weekend not only was Valentine's Day weekend, which is good or bad for whoever you are, but for for nice like NBA fans, especially casual fans, this was more of like a fun like, hey, let's see these great athletes do work.
Yep.
And it was better than I expected.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so this past weekend was NBA All-Star Weekend. Yes, fun
What a
stuff.
fun time to be a Warriors fan. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I know. Or Orlando Magic. You had one guy there, man.
Hey, he
Wait, no,
almost
you had
second
two.
place.
You had
Second
two.
place.
Yeah, too. Alfred Payton was in
Yeah.
the.
Oh, that's
The
right.
skills
Yeah,
challenge.
The skills
gotta
challenge.
love that hair.
That hair was fantastic.
That's
I
not
don't even
really a
know how to, like,
hairstyle, though. Nappy's not a hairstyle.
Dude, no, I love his hair. His hair is great.
That is a la Charles Barkley. Nappy is not a hairstyle, and you know what? I agree with him.
But at least he cut it in a way to make it a hairstyle.
Oh, I love his hair.
No, he didn't.
I love his hair.
It's so good.
No, it's so great.
It's because it looks so similar to yours.
Second best hair in the league. All right, but do you just want to talk about it in order of the events?
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
let's
talk
go.
about
All
it.
right, starting with Friday. I don't know how much you want to talk about the celebrity game because no one really cares.
Can we
about
just talk
celebrity
about
game.
Kevin Hart being the best basketball player in the world?
That was because like usually he gets MVP because people vote and people know Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
But then he was legitimately like not the worst person on
No,
the
it
court
wasn't.
this year.
Can we all just listen to Alan Mark talk about this? Because to be honest, all three of us didn't really
Oh,
watch
yeah.
it.
I watched the whole weekend.
Who's
I
the-
spent so much time at
Who
home.
matched up with Kevin Hart? Was it Monet Davis?
It was Monet Davis, and she did this wonderful like this
the
amazing
crossover.
like spin move
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
layup.
Yeah, I saw that on the highlights.
Greatest moment of the whole game. It was so great.
Didn't it also panned to like the bench reactions when she
Oh,
made
yeah.
that move
Because
It was
everyone's
hilarious.
like, "Yo, we just got schooled by an 8th grader." But yeah, that was, like it's actually not. It was better than most celebrity games I've seen.
It was good.
Like Win Butler, singer of Arcade Fire, he could ball. Like that dude is legit like not bad.
no.
He has a good- like he knows like how the game works
Right.
and he's actually not bad.
Did he make some
Who
threes?
was bad?
Who was bad? Ansel Elgort, the guy from Fault in Our Stars
he's
and
bad in
Divergent.
everything,
Oh.
so that's okay.
Yeah.
that was pretty.
It's because he has cancer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Too soon?
No. It's Fault in Our Stars joke. Was it cancer? Yeah, he has
Yeah.
cancer.
Yeah, it was.
Should
So
stick
there's
to
that.
reading books.
Yeah, he was the one considerably.
Yeah.
Oh, one sad thing though. Jesse Williams, who's in Grey's Anatomy,
Anatomy.
Yeah.
he was really good. He moved the ball really well.
Okay.
Not bad. But then he got like a nasty knee injury during the game, and it was sad.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But he's a doctor.
Is he out for the season?
I don't know. He might be out for the rest of the season.
Oh, shit.
Who knows?
Torn
Both
MCL.
seasons, right?
Both seasons. But no, but he was good. I liked him. He was good. Otherwise, I mean, just normal, not athletes playing.
Can we just appreciate the fact that Justin Bieber was not playing?
He hasn't played in like a couple of years.
I know. But I just always remember when Justin
Get a little
Bieber
bit of
played.
that, Chuck.
Can't let it go.
Yeah, it's done. He retired.
Oh, good.
All right.
He did take like a year off
yeah.
music, so it kind of made sense
Yeah.
to get a year off from basketball.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all the noteworthy things that happened in the celebrity game.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So right after that was the Rising Stars Challenge, where they put rookies against sophomores. And this year they put a nice twist to it. It was Team USA versus Team World, so a bunch of international players.
You know what I
Oh,
really
awesome.
like about that game is that I didn't watch it either.
Okay.
So it was rookies and
Rookies and sophomores,
in
yeah.
the same team. Nice.
Usually like before, like a few seasons ago, they used to be like rookies versus sophomores. But then now, since like they're trying to mix it up a little bit, this year it was a little more
Oh
competitive.
yeah, that's right. USA versus
yeah.
World.
That was cool. World pretty much dominated the whole game.
Well, if you think about it, the world has the top tier talent among the most recent drafts.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And plus they have Andrew Wiggins,
Yeah,
who
and-
Yep.
was amazing.
Not only that, they have Vucevic, who was
Vucevic is like 4-year player.
no. Who's the guy on the Bulls?
Oh, Nikola Mirotic.
Yeah, they have-
Yeah, he's
pretty
yeah,
good.
he shot
that?
he was lights out from
Sisha
three.
Vocevic. They're all the same. That's it
Bitch.
sounds
They're all
something
bitches.
All the itches know how to
Yeah.
play ball.
You mean
If,
bitches?
if your name ends with a bitch, then you know how to play
This
basketball.
goes out to all my bitches.
You son of a bitch.
But yeah, like Team World was good. Like Wiggins was great, athletic.
Cool.
Mirotic couldn't miss from
Yeah.
three. Gobert is an amazing shot blocker.
Yeah. Defensive stalwart.
Yeah. Like the Stifle Tower. Man, that dude.
Yeah, I like that name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stifle,
pretty
Stifle
sick.
Tower.
That's pretty sick.
I also heard like
French
Godzilla.
and the French rejection.
Yeah, French rejection. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So good.
So yeah,
You know, we had a chance at him. The Warriors had a chance.
Gobert?
Yeah, Gobert.
Yeah. Well, what was that? That was the last 2013 draft.
Yeah, instead of Nedovic.
Yeah, we got Nedovic
Again, with the Vitches.
Yeah. But then the Jazz picked
Me
him
and
up
my
before, right?
bitches.
Yeah. Oh well, it happens.
Konnichiwa, Vitches.
Yeah, that was actually fun game. Added a little bit of spice to it with the World versus US.
I'm glad they're including everyone else
Yeah.
in the world.
No,
Just show-
the thing
USA
it shows
versus the world.
it just shows like how like much the basketball is expanded into like to become the second most favorite sport in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, take that football. Like American football.
Okay.
Football.
Nothing will destroy football.
Football.
Yeah, so that was basically Friday night.
All right.
And Saturday night is usually when people tune into the NBA.
Saturday night.
Did anyone watch the
in
Shooting
place.
Stars?
Yes.
We just watched it.
We just watched
Oh, so you
Right
saw
before we recorded
the
this.
Team Bosch three-peat?
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Chris
Unstoppable.
Bosch, Dominique
It's Dominique
Wilkins, and
Wilkins.
Swin Cash.
Yeah.
The best Shooting Stars team
Can I
ever.
just say
It's not
Swin
fair.
Cash is a pretty dope name.
Yeah.
Swin- Oh, yeah.
Swin Cash is such a dope
It's
name.
like the cool, like WNBA players have like pretty dope basketball names.
Yeah.
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 How did they put
Tamika
those two
Catchings,
Huh?
Swin Cash, like it just Skylar Diggins. These are just like cool ass names.
Yeah, the names are really
Didn't
dope.
they used to make these teams based on city?
Yeah, but then now it's
Really?
just kind of like we'll just match them up to see like who's
With the NBA
who's
players.
down to play.
Yeah.
Pretty
It's
much.
kind of a
WWE
ridiculous
players.
like it's a kind of a ridiculous event in the sense of like everyone just waits for the half court shots because that's really the
That's
most
the one that's
exciting
gonna.
part.
It's also what takes up the most time.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you could potentially not make it. And
Yeah.
waste
That's what
all
happened
your
with
time.
Team Westbrook.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Reggie Miller was talking so much shit.
Oh, well, it's Reggie Miller. He always talks
Yeah, I was
shit.
like, that's some cold shit, Reggie.
Yeah.
They can hear you. You're talking into the speaker system, and while they're missing, they can hear you talk that mess.
And plus, like, the thing is, no one is going to beat Team Bosch because they're just made for this event for some reason.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Team Bosch a lot. Anyway, that was that. I guess I'm the only one that watched this. So.
Yeah.
Chris Bosh is just gonna be like, God, I have to do this again.
The crown is heavy, guys.
Time.
The crown is heavy.
And then right after that was
He'll always be a Raptor.
always
May
because he
not
looks
be in
like
team,
one.
but always in looks.
Yes. After that was the skills challenge, where it's a whole bunch of point guards that run through some kind of maze.
They changed up the format, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they used to
I like
do it
that.
where it's just like a timed format, see whoever gets the fastest
time
time.
trials.
I
No,
really
not anymore.
liked
Yeah,
this
this year
format.
it's head to head, so it's
It
like a
was fun.
playoff kind
Yeah.
of 8 guys playoff kind of format. Go head to head, weave through, pass, layup, and then shoot a 3.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Actually,
Yeah, it's nice because it's like these people are like more competitive with the event instead of just like lazing around. Because Tony Parker a few years ago just kind of like didn't care.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. I think the reason why it's much more exciting is because you are actually, instead of you just, playing against time, trying to get the fastest time, you can actually see your competitor in your bracket go at the same time, and you're like, oh, I need to go faster than
Yeah.
this guy. It's not the concept of time that you need to beat. It's the person who's actually like right
Yeah.
next to you.
Yeah, I hope they keep this format because I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think they need to expand the amount of people too, because that just happened way too quick.
Yeah, I mean 8 people is already a lot. They usually had like 6,
Yeah,
but then it was just like
technically, you're only having
yeah. It's like
6 matches.
Yeah.
Honestly,
7
we should put
matches.
more.
Yeah.
We should put more hoops and have more going at the same time.
use all of the hoops that you can.
4 hoops.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, and then freaking Patrick Beverly, who was a replacement for John Wall, who didn't want to do it anymore,
God.
Yeah,
just came in and stole the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
I saw a tweet when he was selected to do the skills challenge.
Mhm.
Somebody sent out, is hacking and defense
Oh.
part of
Yeah,
of the skills challenge
because
now?
out of all of 8 guys, like Beverly is the least skilled out of all of them.
Yeah.
All he does is like pretty much he's out there to defend and like spot up 3.
Yeah.
And then he just like comes out of nowhere, like steals 3s from both Teague and Kyle Lowry. And just, like,
He almost lost against Isaiah Thomas when they were both going up for layups.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but then just
Like
yeah,
fools.
it just
That was
it just
hilarious.
happened to go in his favor.
Yeah.
Patrick Beverly, that guy.
Nah, as a Warrior fan, I have like certain reservations against him.
Yeah.
just the way he karate chops and mugged Steph.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I know like OKC fans also have like beef with him.
Well, yeah, he took out the dude's knee.
Yeah, so yeah, I could get not liking Pat Bev.
Yeah.
All right, so there's that, and then probably the most exciting one, like going into the events, this is probably the most exciting, the 3-point contest.
So every like 3-point contest, I always like watch. Same with the dunk contest. I always watch past 3-point contests, but this is the first time I've actually been super excited with who's coming in.
Yeah, I think this is the best lineup they've ever
Yeah.
had for a
Yeah.
3-point contest.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a names.
Yeah.
Of who's participating.
Like you
The
see all
NBA
these
has
people,
3-point shooters.
yeah, you see all these people and like, oh yeah, these are some of the greatest
Yeah,
3-point
these
shooters
are-
in the league right now.
These are all players with threes in NBA 2K.
yeah. So
Fact.
I know in our first,
I know what you said was factually true. It was just disappointing that you said it.
Hey, I gotta. It's for that demographic.
Research, guys.
I know like 2 weeks ago we all chose like who we thought would win. I'm pretty sure.
Said
I
Corver.
think you said Clay.
Yeah.
Said Corver.
Chuck said Corver. Tyrone, you said, oh, your
Yeah,
boy JJ.
Can I
Redick.
just say I knew it wasn't going to happen when I read a quote that said, practice? I'm not going to practice till we actually start.
Oh yeah, and
He lost.
he he definitely
Yeah, we'll
practiced.
talk
My
about-
boy Reddick pulled an Iverson
Yeah,
there on that
the line.
one.
He did set a record though.
Yeah, and then I chose Wes Matthews.
Yeah.
All
And then,
wrong.
granted, this was before we knew that Kyrie Irving and James Harden were going to be in it,
Yeah.
but that kind of mattered a little bit.
Yeah,
I
kind of.
would've- I would've
half
said
of that,
Reddick.
half of those decisions mattered. The
Yeah.
other one kind of.
Yeah,
fell
Harden
like we
kind of just like,
expected.
okay, whatever.
Well, mainly because that's not his game.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a dribble 3-point shooter, not a
Yeah.
spot up shooter.
but yeah, like a lot of like contested, like
Contested,
Step
in
back
your face,
threes.
step back, dribble down in rhythm threes. Those
Yeah.
are his.
yeah. But back to Reddick saying how he set a record for the most accidental long twos in the 3-point contest.
Wait, that wasn't the bet?
Yeah, good job, good job, Reddick.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah,
Represent.
I was really confident with my pick. Wes Matthews went first and scored a 22. I was
Yeah,
like,
that was
oh,
pretty good.
that's a good score.
In most,
In most contests, that would bring you to the finals.
yeah,
But the thing, just how there were 8 people and all of them were just lights out 3-point shooters.
that wasn't gonna hold up as strongly
Yeah,
as you would anticipate.
yeah. Especially
At
since he
least-
went first.
Yeah.
I feel like that was like people knew what they had to beat.
No, here's the thing though. If you go first, you don't really have to count buckets.
Yeah, you
That's-
don't have the pressure.
Yeah, so that's why I think when people make those analysis, it's kind of stupid for me because there's both give and takes.
Yeah. But yeah, it just didn't work out this time.
Yeah.
But then Corver was a little disappointing.
Super
Well,
disappointing.
Corver, he scored 18, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
18 is good enough
But
to
then-
get
yeah.
you in most.
But there's
maybe
like
in Wii
shooting,
Sports.
but then like shooting, like having the best 3-point percentage, you'd
Yeah.
expect a little, like
A
at
little bit
least
more,
top
yeah.
3
Was
get
it,
to
what's
the
his
finals.
3.56%?
52, 53.
Yeah, 52.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous.
And
Yeah.
that's not even
In
that's
the
not
first
even his
place.
best in
Yeah.
the season, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah. But then you got the closest mark with your Klay Thompson pick.
Yeah, because Klay Thompson, he went off in the first round.
The
he
first-
he had
oh,
the
yeah.
top
He had
score in the
great.
first round. He had
23.
24.
Damn.
Yeah.
But
Then Stephen Curry.
He went on
13
oh
in
my
a row.
God, he went
oh,
fire.
I guess I
in
get to
this
turn it on now.
Yeah, no.
It's like, oh, it's game time. Time for me to finally win this.
Did he
after
shoot
4
all the
tries.
money, the money rack? Did he shoot?
Oh, he missed one.
Yeah, he missed
the
one. He
very
missed the last
I think
one.
he missed only 3 or 4 shots, but he made every money shot.
Yeah, he made
Until the
every
last
money
one,
shot.
Until the
yeah.
last one.
Until like the last the last almost 3 racks, right?
Yeah, the 13 in a row came from the third to
Yeah.
fifth racks.
Yeah.
Oh, so much fun.
So
like
effortless.
the fun part about the 3-point contest is when a player gets hot like that.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh my god, they can't miss.
Yeah, because then it becomes a basically a chant from the crowd, like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh. You know,
Yeah.
What are we
and-
talking
yeah.
about again? No, I'm just
the
But now
3-point contest.
yeah. Now I'm happy.
You want cultured swine?
Now I'm just happy that Steph finally won one
Yeah.
after 4 tries in 5 years.
I hope he tries to defend it too.
I want
And, like
to.
he goes into defend it, and then
I also-
like the field is just as strong.
Yeah.
That'd be so dope.
I kind of want him to step down, just like finally win it, and
No!
let Clay win one.
No, he has to earn it.
Clay has to learn. Clay has to wait 3 more years.
Yeah.
Dude, that trophy is a thing of beauty too.
It looks
really
yeah.
steps up.
Yeah. I like I said, I was watching past 3-point contest, and I don't know, the trophies were okay, but this one I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I would like
bigger.
put that prominent.
I
this summer.
think they made it bigger and much more prominent, but just because of who was participating. It wasn't just role players. You know, it was people who are legitimate like stars on their team.
It was a legit like crazy good 3-point contest.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, which segued into a dunk contest, which I think exceeded people's expectations.
Well, mind you, a lot of those expectations were low. So,
Same thing. Same thing with the dunk contest. I always watch the 2008.
2008.
Yes, 2008 Dwight Howard phenomenon.
Oh, you're hurting me bringing up that name, but okay, let's.
You
talk
win,
about
young
it.
fella.
Let's talk about
You
it.
win.
That is the
Smith.
that is the standard to which I hold.
That's your standard.
No.
Really, that's the standard.
No. Nobody's gonna get as good as Vince Carter. Or,
Yeah. And even
Or Jay Rich.
Jay, oh my
Yeah,
God,
nobody's
Jay
gonna
Rich.
get that good anymore.
Yeah.
Because that once you see that, you're like, okay, every dunker should be able to do that now.
No, I think ever since that happened, people just like, okay, how do I make this my own? So they started putting props.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I always go back to 2008 because that kind of triggered a lot of like that squad triggered all these like creative ways to do dunks, and so some people still do that. Some people just go with the 360 tomahawk or underneath the legs, behind the back kind of stuff now.
Yeah.
But for the first time after what is that, like 7 years, I've actually felt like this dunk contest was both creatively fun and like visually entertaining to see.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it was cool that it was probably the least gimmicky kind of
Yeah.
dunk
God,
contest.
let's
that
not
we've had
talk
in a while.
about that. Let's not talk about Blake Griffin jumping over
Over
the front
hood.
Jumping over, quote unquote, a car.
over the car.
Yeah, like
Shut up,
the
Kenny.
most
He jumped over the smallest part of the car.
yeah, like the most gimmicky part of the contest was just the intros, and even then, that was just like a fun way to like introduce yourself. Except for Miles Plumlee. Come on, man.
God.
You're in Brooklyn. It's your team. But like, yeah, the way like they had Antetokounmpo come in with.
I just want you to say that.
Yeah, can
I
you
was
do that
waiting
again
for
for
you to
me?
say that.
Yeah.
Antetokounmpo.
Me and Joe were trying to do that, like during the dunk contest. We were like, Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, like he brought in like like really like showed like he's the Greek freak, like he's like kind of like a godly like freak, like Greek kind of guy.
Except for the fact that he couldn't dunk.
Yeah,
it.
he just couldn't make his. He was a little too ambitious with his.
Yeah.
And then Victor Oladipo, who can legit sing, came in and sang.
Oladipo.
I love Oladipo.
Oladipo.
Here's the thing. He was holding the sign on his back saying 360.
Yeah, but
he
then
cut himself short. That was a 520
Oh no,
dunk.
the front of it said
They redid
540.
it.
Oh,
They
540?
redid
Yeah,
it.
they wrote 540 on the other
okay,
side.
so they fixed it. So they fixed it
At the
when
moment.
at the moment.
Yeah,
So he didn't know he was going to do that,
which
which proves my point. I
Yeah.
mean, like he was selling himself short.
Yeah. Oh, and then Zach LaVine entered with freaking like the
Oh
Space
my
Jam
God.
thing with his little intro,
Everybody get up.
and that was just like, and then that's when you knew the night was going to be great because like all
I
the
got
people
so
already set
excited.
a tone with that 540, and then LaVine just like, oh yeah, I'm Zach LaVine, dunk contest are what I'm born for.
Yeah. And
So they said a stat, not a stat, but a fact that Zach LaVine was 1 year old, or was a 1 year old when Space Jam came out.
yeah, that's actually
It just makes us feel
What?
like we're getting.
The kid's only 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 19.
That's why he still has all those springs in his legs.
Yeah.
you know, I guess this year what makes the dunk contest special is that, like you said, it wasn't as gimmicky, but they actually went back to what makes the dunk contest, mystical and
Dunking?
and yeah, no, not just dunking, but the athleticism.
Yeah, it was just
to it.
like a pure show of athleticism.
Pure show of athleticism. And
Yeah, they were talking
creativity.
about like Zach LaVine, like he was still going up as he
Yeah.
was doing all
Yeah.
the moves. So
Yeah.
he still had real
Time
estate.
to cock back.
The way he
And-
pumped
yeah.
his legs made it seem like he just
He
like
was-
kept rising and floating in
Yeah.
air.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that kid is something special.
Can we talk about how the first two dunks, they were trying to get all like technologic with the judges and having them go on iPads, and then immediately out.
And then like after like the second time,
they're just
like Clyde Frazier
Yeah,
was having
exactly.
issues. I think one time like Dr. J showed the thing, and like it was like a screen said like an error process, and they're just like, we'll just give you these signs.
Let's go back to 1990.
Why would you give these 60-year-old people like iPads?
I mean, all of them tweet now, right?
All of them
not-
pay
I
people
don't
to
think
tweet
so.
for
Yeah.
them.
No, I don't think.
Jim Barnett, he tweets.
Well,
Yeah.
it's Jim Barnett.
He's Jim
though. He's in the
Barnett,
bit.
though.
I don't think
Huh?
any.
He's Jim Barnett.
Actually, out of all 5 of them, I don't think any of them have. Maybe I think
Yeah.
Bernard King
Mullen?
might. No, he doesn't. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have Twitter.
Oh god.
Yeah, I know Dr. J doesn't.
Dr. J was being such a troll that entire
Yeah.
like contest.
Well,
he was just
he was
like,
taking so
Like,
long.
this
He's
is,
like-
because he's like, this is my house, you know.
But then he
I
also
built
like
this house.
yeah, like he also knew when respect was due because he put up the 10s when he knew something
Yeah.
was like after LeVine's first dunk, his jaw was just like on the floor.
Yeah,
He was
like he didn't. He was just there was no jumping up. He was just like, huh?
yeah,
Can we like break down each one of his dunks? Because I
All of
feel like
LeVine's, yeah,
just
because-
by watching it doesn't really do it justice. You got to really
Yeah.
describe the way that he.
So LeVine's first one, the Toon Squad Space Jam dunk.
Which
be
you know,
proud.
if you're gonna make an homage or a homage, whatever you
You're
want
right
to
the
call
first time.
it. Yeah. All right.
You did this last.
All right. If you're going to do that to something iconic, you better bring it. And boy, did he bring it.
Yeah, first try off the bounce between the leg backwards dunk.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I was all feverish and like nauseated because of the painkillers from my wisdom teeth extraction.
Uh-huh.
But then like
Oh, I thought you were about to say your Zach Levine.
That too.
I do.
That too.
That's what happened that night.
Illegal.
Like I leaped out of the couch, like threw the freaking blanket on the floor. I was like, I am so happy. This is happening right now.
I was doing IT work on my dad's computer because he got a new computer.
Nice.
But as I was doing it, I looked up and it happened. I'm like, oh shit! And I almost pulled the computer down onto the floor and almost broke his new
no.
$1,000 computer.
Yeah, no, that was wonderful first dunk. And on the first try, which was
Yeah.
freaking amazing. His head almost hit the rim.
Yeah, I remember that. He was. I think there was a point where he was about to check if his head
Yeah.
actually hit the roof.
Yeah, like you think he would like start dropping at some point, but then not. His
No.
airtime is insane.
Yeah. And then the second dunk where he did not just go behind his back.
Yeah, off the bounce,
Yeah, off the bounce.
behind the back.
He didn't go behind the back. He went under
the butt.
Under the butt.
Just
That's
to make sure it
fucking
went
ridiculous.
under. Just to make sure like he got it.
It's almost technically going under both legs.
Yeah. Oh man.
He wasn't even. Oh, sorry. He wasn't even thinking about it. Like
Yeah,
he just felt it. Like
Yeah.
it's like he didn't look.
Yeah,
He was just
that's
like, I
his-
got it.
Like he's automatic with that because he
Yeah.
knows like, yeah, I can make this.
Yeah, that's mine.
And then the third dunk I think is probably the most underappreciated one because
yeah.
it took a second try, and like so like people were like, oh, see what he's doing. Like they saw. I feel like people were like, oh, another under the legs, but you realize this one was an homage to Jason Richardson in 03 because he went backwards with the between the legs, like not like where.
He didn't go from the inner thigh to the
Yeah,
outer
he
thigh.
went from outer thigh to inner thigh,
Yeah.
and then dunked with his offhand, with Wiggins holding it.
Yeah.
That one, like that is a lot more impressive than people are talking about. But that was probably my favorite dunk out of the four, to be honest.
Yeah, the last one was off the extension.
Yeah, off the sanction. Oh man.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, like Shabazz gave the perfect pass, and it was just like another under the legs, which seems like his like thing.
Yeah.
Because like he's so lanky that he could reach far enough, and
Yeah.
like he gets enough air where it's like easy for him.
He's probably like he's very long. at the
Tyrone's
point where-
watching the dunks right now.
It's so effortless. It's so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
easy to him.
It's almost like
It's almost to the point where you feel like he
he
can
makes it
knee
look
himself in
too
the face.
easy. Where
Yeah.
you're like, wait,
Like
did
this
he,
can't,
what?
like he's not human.
yeah.
I hope he comes back next year because he said.
Oh, I think he will.
Because he said in the NBA TV interviews afterwards, he said like he still had like at least 5 more dunks he didn't get a chance to
Yeah,
do.
and here's the thing: Andrew Wiggins, who was always helping him like out with practice his dunks, he said that there was this one dunk where he almost fainted when he completed it,
Yeah.
but he didn't do it.
yeah.
So he's saving that for
Yeah.
next year.
Like you've seen some at the Seattle Param in the summer.
Yeah.
There's some dunks he did there where it's just like that would have blown this one like this year away.
Yeah.
Like a windmill from the free throw line.
Oh,
like
shit.
he could do that. Yeah. So I'm expecting a lot of Zach LaVine in the future, and he is fun. I hope he turns into a great player because I like him a
I
lot.
hope his career is almost like a Vince Carter.
Yeah.
Vince Carter like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where he's just springboarded into stardom.
Yeah, where he and Wiggins become like Vince and McGrady,
Yeah.
but actually stay together in the same team.
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
Aw.
Oh,
It's like
Yeah.
somebody like poked his stomach.
yeah. We're going a little overtime now, so
Okay.
I guess good time for a break.
Yeah,
in
let's
the
do
action. All right, so we'll be back in a little bit. Well, it's going to sound like nothing because it's a podcast, but for us, we're taking a break.
All right.
And we're back. I don't know how long we were away for, but we're back now. So, just get into a quick topic. The NBA All-Star Weekend is kind of like an unofficial or official halfway mark of the NBA season. So let's just look at the playoff picture right now and kind of see where we're at. Maybe see what matchups we like, or who do you think could make to the playoffs. So I'll just start one by one here. Mark, do you want to talk? What intrigues you the most about how the playoffs look right now?
It's not really the playoff matchups that intrigue me the most as what's going to happen with that 8 seed and anything else that falls off through it.
Western Conference 8 seed?
Yeah, dude.
All right.
Yeah, like because the Suns, the Thunder, and the Pelicans are in relative striking distance,
Yeah, they're all within like
each other.
one
Yeah.
or two games of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and each matchup presents different scenarios for the Warriors. Warriors Suns and Warriors Pelicans. You know, you don't really. I mean, Anthony Davis could potentially go off and rock it on the backs of the Warriors in the
Yeah.
superstardom with a playoff performance.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm a little worried about that. With the Suns, not as worried. We play the same style, same pace, except we just do it better.
Yeah. Plus, they've never been there before.
However, the Thunder Warriors matchup, the potential for that is a nightmare
Mm-hmm.
in the Western Conference. And even then, who's to say that the Spurs don't fall off either?
Oh, yeah.
And the Warriors have never played the Spurs very well.
Mm-hmm.
And, that it's just frightening. And,
Yeah. As a Warriors fan, the Spurs do scare me the most, to be honest.
And here's the thing. The Spurs should also scare the Grizzlies too.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
That's a bad matchup
That's a bad matchup for
Memphis.
them.
What about did you say Spurs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just say Spurs?
Yeah.
I thought you said Grizzlies for some reason.
No, Grizzlies and Spurs. If the
Okay.
Grizzlies and Spurs play each other in that first round, it's a bad matchup for them. They've never
Mhm.
done well.
All right.
See here, what else? Blazers, Clippers. Oh, that's gonna be good. That would be good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the Rockets, Mavs. That's gonna be a high-scoring game, man.
Oh, yeah.
God.
The Western Conference overall looks pretty fun.
Yeah, that looks fun. The
Yeah.
Eastern Conference, on the other hand, is super top-heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm looking at the numbers right now. You don't have to win too much to get ahead.
yeah, the
Get in the
6, 7,
playoffs
8.
in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
like 7 to 8 seeds are both in losing records right now,
And-
so.
And here's the thing: there's so many other teams that can like sneak into the 8th seed mathematically.
Yeah.
I don't think realistically that's
I
gonna
mean,
happen.
at
Maybe.
this,
Well, we'll get. I have something.
I'm pretty
to say
sure
about that.
if the Lakers were in the Eastern Conference, we'd get the 8th seed with how terrible.
No, they're pretty bad.
I know. They're
You know what?
pretty bad.
No, I'm gonna back up Chuck on this. I think they make an 8th seed. They
I-
may be pretty bad, but they are
That's
not.
how terrible the Eastern Conference
That's how
is.
terrible the Eastern Conference.
I
Yeah.
think
All right,
the
who-
Lakers are too bad.
All right, no, like say it depends on which conference they're in. All right, if they're in the
The Pac-12.
wrong league, man. I'm
No, okay,
not conference.
no.
Which division they're in? Because
Oh yeah, because if they're the Atlantic, you have a
yeah,
better chance.
you're screwed. But if you're, let's say,
What's the one with the Bobcats?
Yeah, the one
the
with
South. The South
Yeah.
Yeah,
is that Southeast Division?
Yes.
Pelicans.
I mean,
Pelicans aren't even in there.
Oh, they're in the
yeah,
West.
they're in the West,
Yeah,
man.
so-
Which confuses me.
Yeah. Where's the
yeah.
cutoff?
Well, yeah.
You would think it would be west of the Mississippi,
Yeah.
but apparently that's not.
No, because
Shut up.
team moving.
Shut up. I just
and
made my
that-
logic. Shut up.
All right, whatever. All right, Tyrone, is there anything in the playoffs that you think that intrigues you the most?
I am looking at this in these sleeping giants in the West. You talked about the Spurs and the Mavs as well. You
Mhm.
know that they are just chilling out, waiting for crunch time, and they're going to wreak havoc against these teams that aren't as experienced. And, even though the Warriors are the toast of the town right now, you have to wonder how Steve Kerr is going to keep things on this level consistent.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
crunch time.
I saw the Warriors run into a wall physically
Yeah.
and mentally in terms of their play.
These past 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, like they against what I would not consider world beaters.
Oh no, they were bad teams.
Yeah,
yeah. Like the Hawks are the only legit really good team.
But then they played the Sixers, the Knicks, and the Timberwolves 3 in a row. They won all 3, but they won all
none of
3
them
in
were
a
convincing.
completely unimpressive fashion.
Yeah. They needed that All-Star break bad.
Yeah, they all looked tired.
Especially now it's extended All-Star break. There's extra days for rest.
I think it's
They're
also
gonna need
based
that.
on the fact that their pace is so
Fast.
it's so demanding.
What are the chances that the Warriors are going to lose their first number 1 seed and drop into the second by the time we hit the playoffs? Do you think fatigue's going to set in? Finally.
Well, it depends on how they do the rest of this month, because this month is probably their most difficult month.
Yeah.
Like they have a tough second half of the season. They only have like 2 more times where they have 2-day breaks.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be rough on them. They have a decent 4-game lead, which is actually pretty good in this Western Conference
And they don't
against
really,
Memphis. But who knows?
and they don't really have to worry so much about the Pacific Division because they're already 8.5 games ahead.
So what happened to the Spurs last year? Were they for the number 1 seed coming into the playoffs?
Yeah, they were number 1 all the way.
I was trying to remember which one, because they were number 1 for most of the season, and then dropped off and got the second seed. I forget which year that was. But, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, every time I watch the Warriors,
I think
it's like,
that may have been like a couple of years ago with the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
Just and that
That's
was
the one where they
it's
lost,
the
right?
Thunder.
Oh no,
It was the Thunder.
Yeah.
That
Right.
claimed the number 1 spot.
when I watch the Warriors, I can't help but just watch Andrew Bogut to make sure that he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
He's such a key, and he's
It's
made out of
super
porcelain,
crush,
and he just looks like he's limping half the time, right?
Mhm.
Here's the thing: it's a style of play too. He's
He puts his body out
he puts
there.
his body out there.
Yeah.
He's 100% effort when it comes to that.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree with you. Watching Andrew Bogut, just making sure that he doesn't hurt himself. That's always a big concern with the Warrior fan base.
All right, Chuck. Is there any? What's your main intrigue out of this playoff picture halfway through the season?
I'm excited to see Portland. I feel like Portland's not too underestimated, but I feel like they're going to be a super. I can't really think about like a really bad matchup for them, but as far as like this halfway point prediction, I'm actually really excited to see them pull something out, at least get by the first round and be real contenders.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've always been a jailbreaker fan.
This one, like it is these how it's set up right now. It's not necessarily going to be set in stone,
Right, yeah,
because
yeah.
from the 3rd seed to the 7th seed, it's only divided by 2 games. Like the Spurs 7th seed are only backed by 2 games against the Portland, who's at 3rd.
Yeah, I'm honestly.
man.
I don't think Portland's gonna
Yeah.
stick to their
Like,
3rd spot.
it's gonna be
probably,
shit,
they're
yeah.
gonna.
I think that's highly dependent on when Lopez comes back.
Yeah.
Isn't he
He-
back already?
He wasn't back for the majority of the time that they
yeah.
were playing.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be very like week by week. It's going to shift. So you never know how it's going to turn out at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And luckily for them, LaMarcus Aldridge said, "Fuck it, I don't care if my ligament in my thumb is torn. I'm still gonna play."
And he's been playing even better
Yeah,
since
he should just probably cut off his finger.
Do you think now that Durant's been back and everything? Do you think?
He's still been in and out.
Right. Do you think OKC's got some sort of contention for this year's championship? Or
Well, it depends because
Depends on what kind of Oklahoma City Thunder shows up.
yeah,
they're still they're only a half game behind the 8th seed right now. So they could creep up there real quick. But then
Scary.
it's not like Golden State's going to be easy for them.
no, definitely not.
So you never know. It's honestly the Western Conference is a crapshoot. Any of the 8 teams, I wouldn't be very surprised.
The Western Conference it's like you go in fighting a gauntlet. First, you fight a gladiator who's twice your size, and then all of a sudden, guess what? You're fighting a bear, and then the next one you're fighting a lion. It doesn't. There's nothing easy. There's no like 12-year-old kid that you get to beat up in this gauntlet. No,
Until
they're
you
all,
get to the finals.
Yeah,
You play a puppy.
No, actually,
Well, it depends. East is
the
very
Warriors,
top heavy.
the Warriors and the Hawks,
Yeah.
or even the Warriors and the Cavs, who have been lighting it up as of
Oh
recently.
yeah, they won 14 of the last 16.
Yeah. I'm not really looking forward to a lot of the top teams in the East.
I'm just really happy we have a completely opposite picture than we did a year ago with your 5 through 8 seeds dominating the year. But now I feel like the tables have turned. Like teams are finally like reached to that point where they're actually building upon the pieces they've laid in place, and I don't know. It's really exciting to see this shift. Like we're at the cusp of a shift. Like everyone is surprised. I mean, everyone knew that. Everyone knew these teams were gonna be this good. It's just fun to realize.
A lot more have catapulted even better. Like this is honestly one of the most fun seasons I can remember in a long time.
Because a lot of the young teams actually made that jump and actually evolved.
Finally, they've gone from rookie sophomores to actual season.
Like it's nice to see the Raptors and the Wizards actually
the Wizards,
actually stay good from last year.
John Wall found a jump shot.
Yeah,
I think that's primarily.
He stopped dancing.
Yeah. And Jason Kidd has revitalized this Bucks team to an actual legit playoff team.
All right. Let me just say something. If it wasn't for Jabari Parker, who I arguably is their best player, I think he's going to be their best player for years to come.
He will be, yeah.
Even better than Giannis, because I think he has the highest basketball IQ on that entire team.
Yeah.
For them to lose him through knee injury early in the season, I just feel like it put a cap on how
good they would be.
I think they would have been a 4th seed. Even
yeah, they'd be fighting for that for like one of the better seeds. I think they'll be pretty much stuck at 6. Even though Jason Kidd somehow has made this team into the second best defense by efficiency, which is kind of surprising.
Oh, tell me something. Is Larry Sanders still playing?
No, they're actually considering buying him out right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's disappointing. The guy has all the talent in the world.
Yeah, but there's a lot of issues there, but I don't want to get into that.
I know it's the halfway point, but I think it's. I'll just put a bet out there. Bet challenge for you guys. Looking at the standings right now, who do you think is going to have the worst record of the year?
Out of all the teams?
Yeah.
Looking. Wait. Worst record out of all of these?
Out of the entire
out of all 30
NBA,
teams.
Out of all 30 teams, who's going to have the least wins?
Oh my God.
New York. For me, it's New York.
You know what? I agree. It's New York. The Timberwolves and the 76ers, who are also down there in the dumps, they actually have pieces. So.
Yeah. Like, I mean, Timberwolves finally have their best players are healthy now.
Yeah.
So it's like they're going to add on some more wins.
Yeah.
I'm going to go I'm going to say the Lakers. Me too. Yeah.
Man, you are really hoping. You're playing poor for Okafor.
I mean, no, the Lakers really need to be bad because if it's outside the top 5, it's going to go to Phoenix.
Yeah. They need that pick so bad. Okay.
He's going to be good. Wait, there's even no guarantees that you guys are going to get it.
Right. Well, I mean, at least there's a better chance.
How I've felt about the lottery is not really a lottery.
Yeah.
I just want to rebuild already.
I mean, and plus, if you have the worst record, just you have less of a chance of getting you only have a 25% chance of getting the top pick.
Yeah.
Like the field is a much more.
We all know the Cavs are going to get next year's the next topic anyway.
I would blow my brains out if that happened.
Well,
not literally because
now.
I have my own way how I would end it all. Which I would. I think I've told everybody how I would end it.
Save that for another time. But thank God that's impossible this year. All right. Just my quick. Oh, wrong way. My quick. What intrigues me.
He's trying to find what intrigues him, but his tablet turned off on him.
I actually swiped towards the
this
camera.
This podcast brought to you
by the Surface.
Microsoft Surface.
Yes. Crap. Don't press the wrong button. Now it's going to take a picture of his face.
I can't.
With new face scanning technology.
That's
technology goes
okay, I got it. Don't worry about it. Stop. It just threw me off. Okay, what
Microsoft Surface.
Shut up. All right. What intrigued me? Okay, for the playoffs, it's kind of like you're going to be like, who cares? Actually, looking at who could make the last seeds in the East. Right now, it's Charlotte and Miami. Both have been hit with injuries pretty bad.
Wait, did we move to the East? I thought we were only talking about the West.
I was talking about the playoffs in general.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Well, did you have something?
No, we'll go back. Yeah. You do you, and I'll do you.
You go, Glenn.
And then you do me.
In the beginning of the season, I made this. God damn it!
Fucking Chuck.
I made this wild.
Ruin its podcast.
I made this wild prediction that I thought the Pistons would make the 8th seed. I thought Stan Van Gundy would do something. The way they got there, they're getting towards that point is unexpected to me because they let go of Josh Smith.
They should have got rid of Josh Smith way
earlier.
sooner.
It was addition by subtraction for them. Man, how bad does that feel if you're Josh Smith and they're like, man, they're gonna need me, and all of a sudden they go on this winning streak? They're like,
sorry, Rockets.
Yeah, but then
I really hope he has that same effect on the Rockets.
Yeah,
Bill Simmons coined a term. He calls it the Ewing theory.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think the thing is like since they lost Brandon Jennings, that's actually going to hurt them a lot.
Oh yeah.
Trying to get to that 8th seed. I still think they could make it because who is it? DJ Augustine has not been too bad for them, which is weird because he always does that. I mean, they're only 2 games out of the 8th seed, 3 in the loss column. So they have a good chance, especially since every other team around them is like very inconsistent. It's Brooklyn, who's been so weird and really boring.
Yeah.
Boston, which is I'm surprised they're 10th right now. They've been like up and down. They're so
Here's
weird.
the thing: Boston should be losing because they need to compile all the picks that they can and get the best picks.
They already have a lot of picks right now.
They do have a lot of picks, but you want. I mean, you do want to have a lot of shots at the draft because granted, you can have like the top 3 and all 3 of them, your picks and still fail. Yeah, because your scouting was shit. But
they're banking on that. Yeah, and then Indiana, who's right under Detroit, who's actually has the same record. If they get Paul George back in March, which is a possibility, they can make a run for 7th or 8th seed. So like the East is going to be like a shit show. With going for those last 2 spots,
like a shit show.
It is a shit show already. Yeah, like they're just like they're limping to the finish line for the playoffs. But I feel like it'll be more intriguing because some of these teams, I thought they'd be better than they are right now. It's just that injuries have been so bad for them, like Indiana, Miami, Charlotte, like Detroit. Injuries have just been really bad for all of them.
To be fair, with Miami, it's an injury that you should see coming.
Oh yeah, Dwayne. Yeah. But then like Bosch was out for a while too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Josh McRoberts has been like not good and out a lot. So
all right, first of all, if he hasn't been good and out a lot, does it really matter that he's gone?
Josh McRoberts.
He was great for Charlotte last year.
Yeah, but is he good now?
Well, it's because he was injured going into the season.
Yeah, but has he been producing when he's been in?
No, because
so it really doesn't fucking matter, does it?
Oh yeah, it's because the injuries.
Not just his injuries.
Yeah, right? But then I'm just saying, like all these injuries are piling on, which means that's why they're losing.
Onto him?
No, in general.
I'm just talking about him, his play in general.
Oh yeah, well yeah, of course the injuries are going to make him worse on the court.
Okay, whatever, dude.
I don't know what you're arguing right now.
I just think it's weird to hear a defender of Josh McRoberts.
No, I'm not defending Josh McRoberts.
I'm defending Josh McRoberts.
That's what I'm confused about.
No, because he's legit like not a bad player. He's a good player.
I think he's all right, but I don't think that he's gonna matter so much.
I don't know. I guess I'm big on Josh McRoberts.
Yeah, you are.
I don't get why that's all right.
All right,
fine.
we'll settle this later.
Yeah. Are there any other playoff things just people want to touch on for now?
I love the Hawks so much. I love watching them play. I know I'm like a bandwagon fan for the Hawks, but man, like, oh god, just watching. I know we talked about this last podcast already, but with Kyle Korver, like, God, what a. I have no words right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's shooting for 50, 50, 90. It is insane.
That's how many times has it? I don't think that's
It's happened once with Steve Kerr, but then he's like, he's not a high usage guy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, granted, Kyle Korver's usage isn't.
Oh yeah, but
big,
then
he's still it's big enough.
He's on the floor enough.
Yeah.
Like he sees more. He sees more minutes now than Kerr did back in the day. Oh yeah. Yeah. Anything else?
Forgot to mention that Portland's gonna win it all because Damian Lillard can drop some mad.
Did you see him on Sway?
Yeah, mad rhymes.
Yeah, that dude can rap.
I just like the look on Sway's face. He was just like, "What?" It's like, "What?" So again, another bet. I know it's halfway point, but who do you think is going to be
finals?
Yeah, finals. I know it may be too early, but maybe we can kind of get a sense already.
Just crapshoot who you think is going to be there.
I want the Raptors so bad. I know you want the Raptors.
Well, they're my
kinda.
second. They're like
Yeah.
second and third favorite team. So of course, but I don't know.
The East is hard. Actually, they're both hard. Or no, Western's.
Western's
It
worse.
can be anybody.
Because with West, it's just more matchups than
Okay.
anything else.
All right, let's just say it. Don't try to convince yourself anyway. Just say who do you think's going to be in the finals, like off the top. Mark.
Shit, why'd you go with? All right, I'm gonna go Warriors because I'm a homer.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, you are. No homer.
Yeah,
What?
no homer.
God.
You're ruining this podcast, man.
I'm big.
All right,
I'm the color
so
commentator.
Warriors, and you know what? I'm just gonna say Cavs. I think the
Whoa.
Cavs continue this.
No, that's smart.
Yeah, I think the
I
Cavs
was gonna
continue
pick
this
the-
Yeah.
upward trend.
Yeah.
Trend.
Yeah,
Not
they're
trend.
good.
Trend.
They're on fire now. So
Yeah.
it's no
I think
surprise.
it continues, and I think they get the second seed.
Yeah, they're figuring stuff out now, which makes sense. Tyrone.
I have to go with Cleveland as well.
Mhm.
I think they're just gonna burn Fields on the way all to the finals.
Yeah.
They're learning. They're gelling slowly but surely.
Who are you gonna pick for West?
I Popovich, man. San Antonio is
Spurs?
just
Same
taking a
thing,
nap right
yeah.
now.
Okay.
They're taking
Yeah.
a nap.
Actually, that's not that far fetched.
No,
Like, because I'm looking at this right now. If they were to stop today, they would Spurs versus Grizzlies.
Mhm.
They'd
That's a good
eat them
matchup.
up.
Yeah, they would take them down, and then
Blazers Clippers.
Blazers Clippers. So I think the Blazers win this one. Yeah,
Against
against the
Clips.
Clippers.
Clippers, yeah.
And then the Spurs take the
Oh yeah, they did that last year. They took them down.
Spurs
Easy.
take the Blazers, and then the Spurs take the Warriors. That's actually not that bad because that's all based on matchups.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like those are just teams they match
I'll-
up really well against.
As much as I hate to admit that as a Warriors fan, but
It's smart.
It's smart.
Yeah.
I want a Spurs Blazers matchup again. Like I want to see that so bad.
The Spurs killed them last year though.
I know
Yeah, why would you want to see that again?
because they're
The Spurs
hungry.
Mavs was
They're
much more
hungry.
better.
Yeah.
They're way hungry.
Well, yeah.
They're hungrier now.
But yeah, who do you so okay,
Why do you
Chuck, who's
It's
your
like seeing
finals matchup?
Titanic, the sequel.
It's gonna happen.
Titanic 2. They rebuilt Titanic just and the same thing
They
happened.
do the exact same route.
Except they're just throwing ice cubes at it.
Oh man, the raft is even bigger for Jack.
But you still won't let him on?
All right, Chuck, your finals matchup.
I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go with. I'm gonna stay true to my bandwagon and go Hawks for the East.
Mhm.
I think they're gonna continue this roll. They may dip a little bit, but they'll pull it out somehow. I don't know. Maybe they'll drop to second seed, but I don't know. I am now that you all are mentioning about the Cavs. I think just a month ago. What's their? I'm trying to look at this.
14 out of 16 in the past. Yeah, 14
Yeah,
out of
they're
16.
eight out of 2. They've only
How
Just
far,
choose. Just choose.
how
Stop
far are
convincing
they
yourself.
off the...
Hawks. I'm going Hawks.
Are you going
Hawks and
You moved your hands like you were saying something.
Portland. Hawks and
Hawks-
Portland.
That's actually not bad.
Hawks.
Not bad.
Hawks and who?
Hawks against the Trailblazers.
Oh, you're all in on the Blazers.
I
huh?
am.
It's not bad.
Blazers.
All right, mine's gonna be boring because they're both current 1 seeds, but I'm going with the Warriors Hawks.
I mean, that's not a bad way to go.
I had
Yeah.
that was a good game. Or no, not,
I think
Actually, that was a good game up until...
No, it was beautiful basketball.
Yeah.
Pretty
Until
much
the
all
end,
48 minutes. Well,
Yeah.
47 minutes. The
Yeah.
Warriors kind of derped it at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did derp it at the end, but...
But yeah,
that's... Irregardless,
yeah,
that was
like,
a great game, man.
The Hawks are just too efficient right now. They like I think the Cavs are the biggest run for the money, but I think
Yeah.
the Hawks are just really efficient right now.
I'm-
And the Warriors, if they just need to rest guys for a bit,
Yeah.
and I think they can make a good push in the end of the season.
I think, where they say team basketball beats star power? I don't think in this case when the Hawks play the Cavs in the championship.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you could argue anyway with this
Yeah.
because they're
Just-
all great teams.
Just because, who's the go-to guy?
The Hawks?
Yeah. There. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
my
that's
point.
the thing. Probably Horford, but I know it's they're probably just gonna run a play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not go-to,
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what
I
happens.
think that's the main argument against
Yeah.
the Hawks.
They're
That
still,
who is
the
the go-to
inexperience.
guy.
There's still
Yeah.
30-ish games to go. We'll see how
Yeah.
when games get closer, everyone's fighting for spots.
That's right, huh? 30 games.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So
No,
that's
surprising to me.
yeah. I know it's kind of
That was
flying by
quick.
this season.
That's technically not half.
Yeah, but it's like a All-Star break's kind of like the halfway, with some postseason as well.
Technically not half.
But yeah, good playoff stock. We got a
Cool.
lot of stuff in there. All right, we're going to our last bit of the podcast. Finally, our hot sports takes.
Sweet.
Just we get to talk. Each person gets to talk for a minute about just anything they want to talk about. So I'll start reverse this time. Chuck, you'll go first. You have a minute to talk about it, and then another minute for us to just like get angry at you. All
And
right?
me, but you're gonna agree with me.
Oh yeah.
It depends.
It depends.
Say what you need to say.
Just
Okay,
state
well,
your
I
opinion.
want to talk
Unless
about.
you're gonna say some troll ass fucking shit.
I'm just gonna say the opposite of what
Yeah.
you guys would say. I'm gonna say, okay, so
right.
I want to bring up the topic of George Karl joining the Sacramento Kings. He was, how long was he a coach for the Nuggets? He was
Forever.
He was like 2 years with the Warriors, right? Back in like
Oh,
the
way
80s.
back in the day.
Oh, yeah,
the
that was-
80s.
Ah,
Yeah.
man.
Spend some time with the Sonics.
Yeah, Sonics,
lot of
Bucks,
time with Sonics.
right?
Bucks?
No,
I think that was Don Nelson.
was it Milwaukee? Yeah, he was in Milwaukee.
Was he?
Right?
I don't know. I
don't
need to
know,
double
dude.
check that.
Let me.
I don't know that
let me
much about
wiki-
George
let
Karl,
me-
to be
Yeah,
honest.
me
Oh,
neither.
you only have a minute, so
What's up?
You only have a minute. So
Okay.
just
Well,
just
anyway,
go.
I want to talk about how I really think George Karl is going to do some good with the Kings. I mean, they're not going to change right away, but I know that it's going to be interesting for like George Karl because he's never had a true big to coach. Like he's going to basically find some like magic juju inside of himself and figure out a way to get like Cousins and like Rudy. Just like, yeah, that's. I'll talk more about it later, but I'll let you guys like jump in. Yes, George Karl, good for the Kings.
all right.
Just want to mention you said juju inside himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my only concern. I think George Karl's an amazing coach. I think my only concern is that I don't know how DeMarcus Cousins could play fast. I know he could carry the ball and like actually run fast breaks if he wants, but I'm just not sure if the team's made for a fast pace.
Okay, here's what I think. I think the only reason they played fast because they were in Denver.
Mhm.
By playing fast, that's how you beat people because you're in the elevation.
Yeah.
And it's harder for you to breathe. You have less stamina if you're the opponent, and you can obviously run circles around them. I think with George Karl, he's going to be a good coach. I think he was always a good coach, not a great coach. But along the lines of how Mark Jackson was for the Warriors, he's going to be exactly that for the Kings, where he'll create a culture of winning.
Yeah.
That's good.
Man was really desperate for a job, though. He was. gotta admit
Well,
that.
Well,
So
I mean,
after
he
2
was
years- after
kind
2
of
years?
wrongfully like put
Yeah.
out of his job. So.
yeah.
When
that
the
was a-
Orlando opening came out, he was basically like,
Give me this
you know,
job.
I really like Orlando, and I got a lot of free time. They got a good team.
What am I doing today?
Orlando has
I
some
haven't
good
been a
pieces
coach for
too,
2
but they
years.
don't have a DeMarcus Cousins.
They
Yeah.
don't have a DeMarcus Cousins. Yep.
Yeah, that's your hot sports take.
That's pretty much it. I just want to like, as a Bay Area person,
Mm-hmm.
I always have to remember like, oh, the Kings are another team that people in the Bay Area like,
Mm-hmm.
and like I really think George Karl is gonna do some good.
All right, Tyrone, what's your hot sports take?
I want to talk about Tim Kawakami, who's probably one of the most controversial sports writers in the Bay Area.
Guy's pretty fucking honest.
Yeah. Launching his first podcast, and to the surprise of everyone, getting Jim fucking Harbaugh as his guest to talk for 30 minutes about what happened with the Niners. And what did he do? Trolled the whole fucking organization. He basically rebutted everything that Jed York had said the past 2 weeks. A mutual separation? No, I was kicked out. Was Jim Tonsil trying to get your job? I don't know, but he wouldn't look at me for the last 3 weeks that I was there. So congratulations to you, Jim. Troll away, because fuck Jed York. Fuck everything going on. You deserve this. Have fun in Michigan.
Oh, wow, okay. So 20 seconds.
I have nothing more to add, but yeah.
You first out, Mark.
I mean, I've always been a big Jim Harbaugh fan. I loved him here in the Niners. He seems happier now, especially with how this past year went. So I'm just like, I just want all the best for him. And like, you know what? Like, I feel like how he was pushed out of the Niners organization, like, you know, vent away, man. Vent away.
All right. So with Jim Harbaugh, they kicked him out because one of the reasons was that he wasn't winning with class. Here's the thing. You haven't really been winning as an organization for the past decade. So you can't really win with class if you don't win. That said, that organization is a mess, and I think that's been a common theme and something that is said in circles ever since Eddie D left and the Yorks took over. Sorry, I have a thing against the Yorks. I don't know why.
For sure.
Does anybody like the Yorks?
I don't know.
The Yorks.
People did. I don't
Nobody
think
liked.
anymore.
Nobody did.
Yeah.
Like everyone, like even when the Niners were finally getting good, like after this long, just this like sludge of like terrible seasons, everyone still had their doubts that we.
Yeah.
This just further proves that the Yorks have no idea
Yeah.
what the hell they're doing.
I think the only people that still like the Yorks at this point are the ones working for him now.
Are the Yorks?
Yeah.
Tom Sula.
Joni in payroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that said, like the other parts of the front office are alright with me, I guess. Like the guy who handles all the finances and who signs the contracts, he does a pretty good job.
Shout out to you.
The gym, it's Parat something. I forgot what his name is. But,
Parag Murate.
there you go.
He's
Nice.
like the
He's
vice
good.
president of the Niners.
He's
He doesn't just sign contracts.
No, he's a fucking genius when it comes to like making sure that none of the contracts like line
Right.
up all at the same time and stuff. But and also the GM.
So we're all just like kind of like really mad at the Yorks and Niners organization at this point.
Look, attitude reflects leadership, and their leadership has been lacking.
All they've been doing is lying to us, and this latest thing proves it even more.
All right. Next hot sports take coming from Mark.
Yes. With Russell Wilson winning the All-Star MVP, there's really nothing much to be said except for the fact that I feel like he was the only one who still had game face on and everybody else was trying. That might be just his regular face though, because I think I've discussed this in a previous podcast about how he can easily be the villain
Oh yeah.
because of not because of who he is or his attitude, which sometimes can come off as competitive, but that's what you do as an NBA player. But it's because of his face. His face has that really villainy look to it, where his facial features are a little too strong and jagged, like a PlayStation villain that you would see the polygon.
Yeah.
But yeah, congratulations, coming close to beating Wilt's record in an All-Star game, 41. That's pretty good. Congratulations, Russell Wilson. You deserved it for trying.
Wilson, you said Wilson.
Russell.
Yeah,
Russell
that was a
Westbrook.
Freudian slip there.
Well, you know what? It's the same name.
They're both Jesus.
They're both
They're
Jesus.
All right.
Yeah. No, yeah, you made a good point. How I feel like he was the only one that not took it seriously, but then like tried hard.
Yeah, dude, he tried so hard.
Yeah, because everyone else was just like really flashy, and he was just like, "I'm gonna dunk on everyone, make all these shots, get hot, and like kill."
Yeah, I don't care if I'm not starting.
Yeah, no, he was great. He was fun. He was so much fun. Also, LeBron said, "Just be yourself. Don't just be yourself in this game," and he did.
And you know what? To be fair, he was unequivocally himself.
Yeah, let Westbrook be Westbrook.
Yeah, Westbrook gonna do what he gonna do.
The guy's always going to be the younger brother with something to prove because Durant. And this is just another case of that for me.
See, I don't really feel that way. I feel like even though Durant's the best player on there, I think he doesn't have the top dog mentality that Westbrook does.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Ooh,
Just mentality.
just save that for later. I want to talk about that.
Ooh.
Just
I don't even care about
mentality-wise.
Russell
we
Westbrook
could talk
being
about this
MVP, but
another time.
I'll
Wow. You've unearthed something in me.
I'll just touch that. I'll just touch
Yeah,
that.
I really hope. Yeah,
Ooh.
I hope I made you feel some kind of way.
Is the 50 Shades of Grey podcast now?
I've been hearing like on Twitter and like Facebook that movie is terrible.
Is it in IMAX 3D? Because I'd like to.
You like to watch it in IMAX.
IMAX 3D.
3D of
God.
everything.
Oh, God.
It's in XD.
Now we know
It's in
what goes through
4D.
Tyrone's
There's
mind.
smell-o-vision.
What his type of
Smell-o-vision, so you can smell the shame.
Yeah.
Oh, you can already smell that in everybody who bought their ticket. You know how they were like, "Oh, we came and we were gonna watch
they
something
did.
controversial," and all they got was that. Granted, I didn't watch it, but I heard it was bad.
I'll just say that Westbrook didn't need to prove anything, but I feel like he did, and he whatever he needed to prove, he definitely proved it, and like definitely don't count Westbrook out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I guess lastly, my hot sports take. It's not really a sports take, and I don't know. None of y'all watch hockey, so I don't know if you're gonna chime in at all.
Well,
I'm
I
not gonna
try to
lie.
watch hockey when the playoffs come, but as with the Sharks, they are the.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna get
It's
into that.
painful.
I'm gonna get into that. So, last week on Nabokov. Nabok. I don't know how to pronounce it. Actually,
not a good start.
Not a good start, Alan Mark.
I think
wait.
he meant-
I just want to.
I think he meant to say Atentacumpo.
Alan Mark watches so much more hockey than I do, and I got it right. Here, this is the guy who said homage wrong, and you corrected me.
no, you said it right the first time.
Yeah, I said it right the first time, and I corrected myself. And then you corrected me on that.
So Nabokov.
Yeah, Nabokov.
Yeah, Nabokov. He was
Baklava.
traded back to the
Baklava.
Sharks. He was traded back to the Sharks last week from Tampa Bay, just so he could retire with the team,
That's
which is
classy,
great because he spent 10 years with the team with the Sharks in San Jose, and that was pretty much like their best stretch of hockey ever. Sure, they always choked in the playoffs still, but still, like he was a big reason why they succeeded. Got that Presidential Cup, the best record, even though that led to a first round exit.
Choke harder
But-
than Asia Akira.
Yeah, but I just wanted to say, like, be thankful that he wanted to retire with the Sharks and he came back. Just appreciate everything he did, even though it didn't amount to a Stanley Cup win. But I'm just like, good times for the Sharks organization, being going from bad to good, and he was there for a lot of it. So I just want to thank him.
Yeah, actually, when I did watch Sharks games, whenever they reached the playoffs, I would always hear Nabokov's name. Like nice save by Nabokov, and his name was a constant theme in the game because of how good he was.
Yeah.
And I always saw him as not just a franchise player but an iconic player for
Yeah.
that franchise.
I mean, oftentimes also goalies are kind of scapegoats because they're the ones that allow the goals. So like when things kind of went to poop,
Yeah.
it would
They would blame him. But here's the thing. He's the last line of defense.
Yeah.
And to be fair, a lot of those guys would be scapegoats.
Yeah.
But it's really not on them.
Yeah,
And
and
you can't really blame like those kind of things.
Yeah, he was still damn good at his job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just happy he wanted to retire with the Sharks, and even if he was back for 3 days.
That's all I knew, that he was a goalie. That's all I knew.
I mean, I'm not a hockey guy by any means, but
Oh yeah, we can tell.
props to him. And if you think about the Sharks and their goalkeepers, it's Nabokov and Jame.
Yeah.
That longevity over decades, right?
Yeah.
Like, kudos to them as well.
Yeah. Like I haven't followed the Sharks recently just because like the more I've put myself into basketball, I've paid attention less to hockey.
Right.
But then yeah, Nabokov is really like where like that was the era where I actually paid attention and really enjoyed it.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So that
Positivity.
ended on a good note.
And on a good note.
Of course. we're
So
not the end of
yeah,
it.
that's the Sportsball podcast.
All right, and we want to thank
Part 2 inaugural podcast.
Yeah, and we want to thank all you guys for joining us.
I'll do
in
our
this
little end
podcast.
slate thing.
Oh, come on, man.
Well, no, I gotta do the
Hella just jacked me while I was saying something, bro.
Go ahead. You
No,
go
I don't want to do it anymore. Go ahead, Chuck.
Okay, you can catch the Sportsball podcast. It'll be out on shoutcast.com/sportsball. We're also on YouTube. Go ahead, check out the Gallant YouTube channel. I'll have a little video, basically with the full audio podcast. We'll do some videos. I don't know, in the future maybe I'll put the video of Mark getting slapped.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
And yeah, catch the Gallant. I'll have a better website, but I just put it under my subdomain for now. So it's just chuckjose.com/the Gallant.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, thank you for joining us, and I want to thank everyone here for this podcast. Mark, Chuck, Tyrone.
been a
I'm Alan
pleasure.
Mark. Thank you for joining us, and go Sportsball.
Go Sportsball.
Go Sportsball.
Oh, are we all saying it? Do it if I just believe it.
There's nothing to it. I believe I can fly.
I can fly.
I believe I can touch the sky.
Yes, you can.
About it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away.
With arms wide open.
Open door. I can fly. I can fly.